Hello friends, myself Dr. Kirti Jairam Kulkarni and I am from Gokhale Education Society's Arts, Commerce and Science College, Jawhar. So I welcome you all for the SYBSc Chemistry Paper 3 lecture, Unit 2, Classical Method of Analysis. So friends, we will just revise the things that we have already discussed because I think for calculation part it is important. So we have seen that how to calculate the normality and molarity in case of titrimetry. Okay. So we have discussed that how to calculate molarity. Okay. So molarity is defined as number of moles of solute or analyte dissolved per liter of the solution. Molarity is a simple term. What does it mean? That how many moles are dissolved in per liter of the solution. So I will just again tell you what is solution. Solution is a mixture of solute and solvent. Okay, so solute and solvent will form solution. So molarity is number of moles of any solvent or any solute dissolved in per liter of solution. Whatever solution is prepared, you don't have to consider the solvent, you have to consider the solution. So number of moles dissolved in per liter of the solution is called as molarity. So simple formula is there, molarity is equal to moles per liter, or we will just cross multiply the things, moles is equal to molarity into liter. Okay, so if you consider in millimoles, then millimoles is equal to molarity into ml, that is milliliter. Very simple. So molarity will remain as it is. Then we have seen that if the analyte A reacts with titrant T, if your conical flask solution is A and your burette solution, that is titrant, is T, then when A reacts with T, it will give you product P, right? So A plus T will give you P, and therefore since this is the ratio 1:1, okay, number of m moles of A is equal to number of m moles of T. Okay, तो जितने मोल आपको A के लगे उतने ही मोल T के भी लगेंगे, and therefore in this we will put the above formula, that is which one, moles is equal to molarity into liter. So therefore molarity into ml of A is equal to molarity T into ml of T. Okay, here is the formula that we can see. This is the formula number 1. We will see, this is your equation 1. Okay, so this equation 1 is used everywhere. Okay, so this will consider here, and therefore molarity A into ml of A is equal to molarity T into ml of T. So therefore the formula becomes MAVA is equal to MTVT. It is as simple as that. N1V1 is equal to N2V2. Okay, so next one we have discussed about the normality. Okay, we have seen that what is the difference between molarity and normality. So for such cases where reaction is not 1:1 basis, okay, जहाँ पे आपको दोनों 1:1 1:1 रेशो में नहीं लग रहे, different ratio है, then you have to consider the normality. Okay, so normality of a solution is equal to the number of equivalents of the substance per liter of the solution. देखो डेफिनेशन तो सिंपल है, लाइक मोलारिटी नंबर ऑफ मोल्स dissolved in per liter of solution. Here it is number of equivalents dissolved in per liter of the solution. So normality N is equal to M equivalent divided by ml. Okay, so it is also a simple formula, equivalent is equal to normality into ml. तो हम लोग मिली इक्विवेलेंट कंसिडर करेंगे. तो मिली इक्विवेलेंट इज इक्वल टू नॉर्मेलिटी इनटू ml. लेकिन यहाँ पे अभी ये इक्विवेलेंट्स क्या है, दैट आई हैव ऑल्सो एक्सप्लेन यू दैट whenever you consider any molecule, what is the reacting part of that you have to consider, right? So in case of HCl, H plus is the reacting molecule or reacting ion, and it is only one. So therefore in case of HCl the reacting unit is 1. Okay, in case of H2SO4 there are 2 H2, right? So therefore there are 2 reacting units. So when you want to find out equivalent, what you have to do, you have to divide the molecular weight by the number of reacting unit. So see the last part of this slide, that is equivalent weight of HCl कैसे निकालेंगे. So molecular weight of HCl divided by 1. Okay, in case of HCl इक्विवेलेंट वेट और मोलिकुलर वेट सेम है क्योंकि नंबर ऑफ रिएक्टिंग यूनिट इज ओनली 1. सो देयरफॉर इक्विवेलेंट वेट ऑफ HCl इज इक्वल टू मोलिकुलर वेट ऑफ HCl, क्योंकि एक से डिवाइड करते हैं मतलब क्या, इट इज़ वन एंड द सेम. बट सी द नेक्स्ट लास्ट पार्ट, इक्विवेलेंट वेट ऑफ H2SO4 इज इक्वल टू मोलिकुलर वेट डिवाइडेड बाय 2, है ना. मतलब क्या करना है, इन केस ऑफ H2SO4 आपको इक्विवेलेंट वेट कैसे मिलेगा, जितना भी मोलिकुलर वेट है H2SO4 का उसको 2 से डिवाइड करना है. यू हैव टू डिवाइड इट बाय 2. ओके, सो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द नंबर ऑफ रिएक्टिंग यूनिट्स. HCl में एक है इसलिए एक से डिवाइड किया. इन केस ऑफ H2SO4 देर आर 2, सो वी आर डिवाइडिंग इट बाय 2. मोलिकुलर वेट डिवाइडेड बाय 2. So thus the equivalents are calculated as number of equivalent is equal to weight of the substance in gram divided by equivalent weight of the substance. Okay, मतलब क्या है, equivalent कैसे निकालना है, जितना भी आपका weight है substance का 3 ग्राम 4 ग्राम 10 ग्राम whatever, उसको equivalent weight of the substance से divide करना है. So normality of the solution कैसे निकालेंगे, normality is equal to number of equivalents divided by liter. Okay, you just consider the above formula, that number of equivalent कैसे निकालेंगे, normality weight of the substance divided by equivalent weight of the substance. You have to just divide it by number of liter. Okay, so it is as simple as the formula of NaVA is equal to NTVT. जैसे N1V1 था वैसे ही ये क्या है, NaVA is equal to NTVT. Okay, here you just remember this part, that equivalent weight of the substance is given in gram per equivalent, which is equal to molecular weight divided by N. N क्या है, that is the equivalent weight per mole. यहाँ पे आप लोग इतना ही consider करो. Nothing is difficult. When we will solve the problem, we will understand this. Okay. So यह simple है. By the law of equivalent, it is simply given by N1V1 divided by 1000 is equal to N2V2 divided by 1000. Okay. दोनों को यहाँ पे जो हम लोगों ने लास्ट फॉर्मूला निकाला है NaVA is equal to NTVT, उसी को हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, we are dividing it by 1000. ओके, तो 1000 से डिवाइड करना कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. सो इट विल रिमेन एज इट इज़. सो इट इज़ फॉर्मूला N1V1 इज इक्वल टू N2V2. सो फाइनली वी गेट द सेम फॉर्मूला दैट वी हैव डिस्कस्ड अर्लियर. ओके, सो नाउ सी हाउ टू कैलकुलेट द नॉर्मेलिटी. कैलकुलेशन ऑफ नॉर्मेलिटी in the volumetric exercise V1 V2 and the one of the normalities are invariably known. Okay, जो हमें पता नहीं है, which is unknown, that we can find out using this formula. The unknown normality is calculated by using formula N1V1 is equal to N2V2. Okay, so therefore यहाँ पे N1V1 is equal to N2V2 में we don't know the value of N2. We don't know the value of N2. We know the value of N1V1. Okay, N1 मतलब नॉर्मेलिटी ऑफ योर सोल्यूशन इन ब्यूरेट. ओके, वो तो हमें पता है. एंड V1 मीन्स द वॉल्यूम रिक्वायर्ड. टाइट्रेशन के लिए जितना वॉल्यूम आपको लगा, दैट इज़ द वॉल्यूम ऑफ ब्यूरेट सोल्यूशन. ओके, जितना भी आप ले रहे हो, सो सिंपली यू कैन ऐड दैट एंड यू कैन फाइंड आउट V1. सिमिलरली V2 भी हमें पता है, बिकॉज कोनिकल फ्लास्क में हम लोग जो सॉल्यूशन लेते हैं, वी नो द क्वांटिटी ऑफ दैट. इट कैन बी 10 ml 25 ml. ओके, सो वी नो द वैल्यू ऑफ V2, बट वी जस्ट डोंट नो द वैल्यू ऑफ N2. राइट, N2 मीन्स द वॉल्यूम नॉर्मेलिटी ऑफ द अननोन सैम्पल. तो हम लोग वो कैसे निकालेंगे, सी द लास्ट पार्ट, अननोन नॉर्मेलिटी दैट इज N2 is equal to normality of known solution that is N1, volume of known solution that is V1, divided by volume of the solution of unknown normality for reacting completely with the second solution. ये उन्होंने बहुत बड़ा term दिया हुआ है, but that is not required. It is simply divided by V2. Okay. So therefore this is N1 here, this is V1 and यहाँ पे ये क्या है, this is your V2. Okay, so see the formula के अननोन नॉर्मेलिटी कैसे फाइंड आउट करना है, नॉर्मेलिटी ऑफ द नोन सॉल्यूशन N1 into V1 divided by V2. So this way you can find out the normality of unknown solution, that is N2. Okay. So now we will just try to find out the examples because of which we can find out the our formula which is correct or not. Okay. So what is the example? Calculate the equivalent weights of Na2C2O4, the reducing agent, and K2Cr2O7, the oxidizing agent in the following reaction. उन लोगों ने reaction दिया हुआ है. In that we are searching for the equivalent weights. What we have to calculate the equivalent weight. Okay. Equivalent weight कौन से reaction में find out करना है, whatever reaction is given, in that reducing agent and oxidizing agents are given. Okay. So see the formula, see the reaction. The number of electron gain or lost can be determined from the change in oxidation state or oxidation number or from half reaction. The half reaction can be written as, तो देखो यहाँ पे C2O4 जो है वो क्या कर रहा है, it is losing the electron, it is having loss of electron and it is converted into CO2. Okay, so when you write plus 2 electrons means it is loss of electron. So this is oxidize, ये जो है वो क्या हो गया, oxidation हो गया, and here there is loss of electron. Okay, so this will again in the second one it will gain the electron. यहाँ पे देखो क्या हो रहा है, Cr2O7 plus 14H plus 6 electrons. Okay, so 6 electrons यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है, मतलब it is gaining the electron and it is converted into chromium 3 plus ion. Okay, so now how many electrons are actually transferred, that you have to calculate. Okay, so see the next one. The oxalate ion furnishes 2 electrons. देखो ये जो oxalate ion है, in first one यहाँ पे there are only 2 electrons. Okay, and the dichromate ion gains 6 electron. वो तो हम लोगों ने already देखा है. तो पहले reaction में it has lost 2 electrons and in second reduction reaction में it has gained 6 electrons. gain कितना किया है, 6 electron. loss कितना किया है, 2 electrons. So hence the equivalent weights are calculated by, see ये जो सोडियम ऑक्सैलेट है, in case of that it has lost 2 electrons. See here. Okay, so therefore what we are doing, we are just dividing the molecular weight of that by 2. Okay, so Na2C2O4 इसका टोटल अगर आप molecular weight लेते हो तो it will become 134 just divided by 2. It is very simple of 11th standard. Okay, so you have to consider the molecular weight, or first you have to consider the atomic weights of all and then you have to add them. Okay, so sodium, कार्बन एंड ऑक्सीजन सबके जो एटॉमिक वेट्स है एंड डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द नंबर ऑफ एटम्स रिएक्टिंग टू फॉर्म द मॉलिक्यूल. तो Na2C2O4. okay, so you just try to find out the atomic weights and add them, so you will get 134. And here reacting molecules or reacting electrons are 2, so we will divide it by 2, so the answer is 67. So normality of sodium oxalate is 67 in this problem. Okay. Now in the second case, okay, K2Cr2O7 यहाँ पे molecular weight और gain कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन किए हैं, 6. so we will divide it by 6. okay, so सोडियम यहाँ पे पोटेशियम, कार्बन एंड ऑक्सीजन 2, कार्बन नहीं है, it is actually chromium here. this is not your this one. यहाँ पे क्या होना चाहिए था, क्रोमियम. ओके, सो K2Cr2O7 and add all of the atomic weights, so it will be 294.2 and gain of electron कितना किया है 6, so we will divide it by 6, so the equivalent weight comes 49.03. okay, so these are the equivalent weights of our required solutions. okay, so this is the problem. Now we will just discuss one more. See here again they are saying calculate the equivalent weight of AgNO3 and BaCl2 in the reaction. See the reaction, Ag plus reacting with barium chloride gives you AgCl, precipitate form हो गया AgCl का, plus Ba2 plus ion. ओके, तो यहाँ पे जैसे प्लस प्लस लिखा है Ag प्लस, मतलब उसके साथ एक्चुअली कौन है NO3. ओके, AgNO3 plus BaCl2 gives you 2 AgCl plus BaNO3 वो है, लेकिन NO3 लिखा नहीं है, इट इज़ इन एक्सेस एक्चुअली, क्योंकि AgNO3 सोल्यूशन हम लोग ब्यूरेट में भरते हैं एंड इट इज़ इन एक्सेस, so therefore in excess ion they have not written. okay, so how to solve this, you have to find out the equivalent weight of AgNO3 and barium chloride. To see the solution, 1 mole of AgNO3 furnishes, means required 1 mole of equivalent cation Ag plus. okay, so AgNO3 में reacting ion कितने हैं, only 1 Ag plus, right, and 1 mole of BaCl2 reacts with 2 mole of Ag plus. देखो ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, whenever you take AgNO3 और BaCl2 एक दूसरे के साथ रिएक्शन कर रहे हैं, तो Ag के लिए BaCl2 के कितने मोल्स आपको लगे, 2. ओके, सी BaCl2. ओके, तो यहाँ पे Cl2 है और ये 2 Cl के लिए आपको Ag भी कितने लगेंगे, 2, राइट. सो देयरफॉर इन केस ऑफ AgNO3 इट इज you have to just divide it by 1 because the reacting ion is only 1, that is Ag plus. But in case of BaCl2 you required 2 moles of Ag, क्योंकि 2 Cl है तो उसके लिए आपको 2 Ag लगने वाले, therefore it has reacting unit 2. So now finally equivalent weight of AgNO3 molecular weight you have to divide it by just 1 because you required only 1 reacting ion of AgNO3. So 169.9 divided by 1, so finally answer will be same 169.9 gram per equivalent, that is the equivalent weight of AgNO3. यहाँ पे भी formula wrong लिखा हुआ है, and equivalent weight of BaCl2 is molecular weight of BaCl2 divided by 2, so therefore 208.2 divided by 2 because आपको BaCl2 में 2 reacting units है, therefore you have to divide it by 2. So the answer comes 104.1. So these are the actual calculations of equivalent weight. okay, so suppose you find it difficult, we will solve it in classroom and then you will find it easy to understand. okay, here there are limitation to explain you, but in classroom we can explain it very easily. okay, so till that take care and thank you.